Hi everyone, this is daveac.blip.tv and this is my vlog 141 for Friday the 1st, yes, the 1st of April 2011. And Dave AC tries not to play the fool as the vlog becomes a testing ground for his monitor and his wine. Yes, as usual, wine at the end, and this is the second of my vlogs that is also to be done knowing that it's going to go on the worldtv.com site. But in actual fact, some strange event has happened, and I've actually had more downloads from my YouTube, my DAC100 YouTube, than I have from worldtv.com. Of course, it was halfway through the week before it actually got authorised and listed and made public. But yes, I think it was something to do with episode vlog 133 that featured a certain Hogwarts train, and I think that probably garnered a few extra viewings. Okay, I haven't got a book and I haven't got any music, and I was going to have a DVD. In fact, I have got a DVD of sorts, which I will go into later, but I'm recording this quite late in the evening because I have spent at least an hour sorting through all my DVDs and my home recorded DVDs, because I wanted to mention the actor Farley Granger, who has died just recently. He was in a couple of very memorable Alfred Hitchcock films, both of which I'm sure I have on DVD, but I could not find them. It is possible, actually, though, that my daughter is also a big Hitchcock fan, my daughter Ros, and she has some of the Hitchcock films, and I have the other half. It may well be that she's got these particular ones I was looking for, and that was the film Rope or the film Strangers on a Train. But I was going to mention these later, but yes, there's been two sad deaths this last week. One was Farley Granger, the actor, and the other one was the writer, Diana Wynne Jones, who wrote the book that got turned into Howl's Moving Castle as an animated film. So let's get the two sad pieces of news out of the way. And indeed, let me take this point to just mention some good cheerful news, because David Tennant and Georgia Moffat have now announced that they have indeed had a baby girl, and the name of the baby girl is Olivia. So congratulations go to them. Well, that's a long preamble, isn't it, David? I hope you're still watching, and let's get on with the Doctor Who and podcasting news. Indeed, Gallifrey Embassy put out episode 140, but since my last vlog, sorry, 240, but since then they have put out one of the bonus episodes for supporting subscribers, of which I'm one, and that is episode 241 Extra Edition, and this is a John Leeson extended full-length interview. And if you don't know who John Leeson is, perhaps you're watching the wrong vlog. He is, of course, the voice of K9. So you need to be a sporting subscriber, and you can do that by going to the Gallifreyan Embassy at gallifreyanembassy.org/vortex or podshop.net. So that's what they've been up to. Well, the Cult and Collective, as per usual, have been extremely busy. Last Sunday we did Before Superheroes There Were Heroes, and we went quite long on that, not far short of 3 hours. But again, if you download it, you don't have to listen to it all in one go. And those people who are watching this video well after the air date, probably the first 20, 30, 40 minutes are news, and you can always skip straight to the main topic. Also during the week, we put out one of our commentaries, Doctor Who commentaries that we're doing. That's with Ian, Mike Randall-Thor and myself, and we're on Series 3. We're just picking out some of the episodes. This is New Doctor Who, Series 3, and we, after doing Gridlock, which was Series 3, Episode 3, we've moved on to Series 3, Episode 8, the first of a two-part story, and it was Human Nature. Oh boy, I had quite a bit of editing to do with that, because the audio was all over the place with the volume. and silly me, I made a typo when I put the title up, and that blooming RSS feed hasn't corrected it. So it's commentary, human nature, but it's spelled human and then nature with an H instead of an N. So I just hope those search engines find it. So yes, the Cotton Collective put up their midweek commentary, and the second half of that, Family of Blood, we will have up within the next week or so. So do look out for that. But before then, on this coming Sunday, which is Sunday the 3rd of April, at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, that's 7 p.m. British Summer Time, we're doing episode 92, and it's one of these two-part ones that we do, and it will be about 2 UK science fiction series, Outcasts and Marshlands. And hope you will join us for those. If you download it later and you're worried because you've only seen one of those series, well, we'll probably be doing Outcast first, and then you probably have to, if you've not seen Outcast, zoom through to about the hour and a half or whatever mark when we start talking about Marshlands. I don't know exactly yet because we haven't done it. Okay, that's at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on TalkShoe ID 54821. And of course, we're not far short of Doctor Who starting Series 6. It starts on April the 23rd, and there has been, well, I was going to say there's been a massive trailer, but it's a massive 1-minute trailer that's just gone out, both on the BBC YouTube site. In actual fact, you can watch it on the Gallifreyan Embassy podshop.net site, and of course on the Doctor Who news page site. I say massive because it's not just a trailer for episode 1, which is now being named as The Impossible Astronaut. It seems to be a trailer for the whole 6 episodes or so that are going to be in this coming series. Remember, instead of having 13 episodes in one go, it's either one series split into 2 halves. A lot of people are saying Series 6, then a break, Series 7, giving us a total of 13 episodes. And Matt Smith, of course, has said that he is still happily playing the Doctor. So hopefully it's not his last series either. Wow, sorry about all that. Let me have a little look at my notes because I've strayed way off them. So yes, let me just have a look. While I'm mentioning the Doctor Who news.net site, of course, they have some more information about the David Tennant, Georgia Moffat baby, of course, making Peter Davidson, who played the 5th Doctor, a grandfather for the 2nd time. The other exciting thing is Torchwood. Murray Gold returns to Torchwood. Yes, the BBC Torchwood Twitter account has announced that the current composer of Doctor Who, Murray Gold, will be returning to the series to compose the music for Torchwood Miracle Day. So really good news there. Again, I'm going to refer back to my notes. Yes, I'm going to go on to a little bit of tech. One of the things that I have in my collection of tech is because I have a couple of monitors, like I suppose most people have, and have a large screen TV, I use these sort of calibration discs. And the one I've got in, and I'm going to have a trouble pronouncing it, it's a French one. It's called the Meriki Test TV. I'm going to spell that for you. It's MERIGHI Test DVD. And you can download it as one of those things that you can then burn to your own DVD. I'm just going to show you a little quick bit of it, and I'll just quickly show you the page. Let's just get this in focus a second. So first of all, just so you know how to find it, put in, I'm not going to try and say it again, Mergi Test DVD download, and that will take you to the page. Let me, I thought I've got that highlighted somewhere. Oh yes, this is a help page for it, which is actually a French page that I have got the translation on. and it will just show you some of the tests that it does on your monitor. And I'm very quickly going to go and move my camera over here, and we're just going to set it up with the usual focus, please. And I'm just going to jump through a little bit of this if I can. There's lots of little tests. Of course, the picture won't look too good here because you're seeing it through my video as well. But there are lots of little tests that you can put your thing through, and it will give you an idea of working out just what your monitor is: pure red, pure green, pure blue, and so on. So that is a little test DVD so you can check your monitor. Okay, so hopefully you could have freeze framed that Google page that I put up and show you where you can find out about that. Well, we're now 11 minutes into the show, and because I'm running late, I'm going to jump straight to my wine. And it's another, I think it's a first for me. This is a wine from Sicily. I think Dino, I think even I can pronounce that one. It's Shiraz from Sicily, 2009. And I'm going to try and focus on this very small print. Focus, please, for us. Hate it when it does this, folks. Please focus. Yeah, freeze frame now. Okay, and it's 13%. Sorry about that. This camera, I'm sure it used to focus a lot quicker than that. Anyway, one advantage of doing this in the early evening, it's coming up to 8 PM here now, is not only can I pour myself a slightly more generous measure to test for you, but it's really had a time to warm up in the room. I'm getting lots of very fruit. I almost can, I mean, I was getting it across the table, but there is a real strong dark forest fruit smell. Ooh, there's that nice, almost licoricey taste on the end. This is, of course, coming from a very, very warm country indeed, which is going to mean that these grapes are going to pack about as much fruit as you're going to get from the Syrah grape. Absolutely powerful. Let me just read, and I'm going to use my magnifying glass here, everybody, because as you saw, that printing is extremely small on the back. The premium Shiraz is rich and full flavoured, grown on the sunny island of Sicily. The warm Mediterranean climate provides an ideal environment for growing this noble grape variety, giving the wine a rich fruit flavours. The wine is smooth and fruity with blackberry, plum and black cherry flavours with a full-bodied finish, superb with roast red meats and mature hard cheeses. Well, that actually is a pretty apt description of the wine. And by the way, reading off the label as I do like that, don't think of me as being a wine person and then cheating because I'm looking at the label. I don't profess to be a wine expert. I am indeed a wine lover. I am indeed a wine drinker, and I do indeed appreciate many, many of the lovely red wines, the Cabernet Sauvignons, the occasionally the Pinot Noir, more often than not the Shiraz from the different places in the New World. And of course I like quite a few of the French wines where I can afford to buy the good quality ones. Okay, it was in fact, I think it was a reduced wine again. I think this was in actual fact an 8, that's a sort of a 12 coming up to $15 wine. No, probably $12 to $13 wine that was reduced to £5 something, reduced to $8, and that was from Tesco's. And I'm going to have another taste. That's really delicious. Not a lot of oak, no floral, but there's a nice little sort of spice and a little bit of vanilla, but I'm mostly getting that sort of licoricey taste at the end. Here's to Olivia and David Tennant and Georgia Moffat. And with that, this is daveac for vblog 141 saying catch you next week. Bye all.